The first topic we're going to dive into, we're going to talk about this opening day schedule. Banners, bling, and bad rotations. It's going to be a little bit of everything, I feel like, for that opening day, for sure. We're going to see what coach had on bad rotations, for sure. But for opening day, let me get this schedule up for y'all. Here we go. For the opening day, we have three barn burners. Three games that I think are going to go down to the wire. Starting off first at 3 o'clock. This is on October 20th on a Tuesday. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is quite weird. You have the Celtics in Detroit playing the Pistons. I think this is going to be a wonderful showcase. I think it's going to remind us of the old times when it was one superstar on each team, because right now the Celtics have Jayson Tatum. They do have a PG who can reunite, resurrect his career, I would say, and just go out swinging a little bit more than he has in the past couple of years. He can go out swinging with this Celtics team, so he can actually be an all-star talent for this team. They against the Pistons, led by Cade Cunningham. Still, don't know if they're going to keep Duran or they're going to get rid of him in the signing trade. We just don't know what's going on with that right now. They still have guys out there. Like, I think they should go after DeMar DeRozan. I think he can play that PG role that PG is playing for the Celtics. He's not the best three-point shooter, but he's just an old veteran guy that can still get a bucket. But I think that's going to be two games that a lot of people are going to, if you're off that day, I'm not sure if it's a holiday. I don't think so. But if you're off that day, you're able to catch that game. Lucky you. That is going to be a really good game, in my opinion. I don't think neither team is just way better than the other. I think they're kind of evenly matched, to be quite honest. That's if the Pistons, they keep Duran or they pick up a DeRozan or something like that. But I do like the Celtics versus the Pistons for the first game, because it lets us see. Because what's one of the number one things everybody want to see this year? What Jayson Tatum going to do? Is Jayson Tatum about to take over like Celtic fans been wanting him to take over for the past, I don't know how many years, since he's been probably his third year in the league? They've been wanting him to be that guy. And now this is his opportunity. What is he going to do? Is he going to, following up after a Jalen Brown-led season where they was top 2 in the East, MVP candidate, almost averaging 30. They did get bounced in the playoffs. But Jayson Tatum came back towards the end of the season, which a lot of people felt like he should have set out and just let Jalen Brown have this season, come back stronger next year, because you end up getting a little hobbled at the end of the season, which carried on to the playoffs, which led to your actual injury. So I do think that you have to show us something, man. Yes, it's only the first game, but this is against a Pistons team who's known to play defense, known to have defenders, and you're going up against an up-and-coming superstar in the East, in Cade Cunningham. So it's going to be Cade versus Jayson Tatum, and I think it's going to be a wonderful showing, because both of those guys can get buckets. The next game, we got the 76ers versus the defending champions Knicks in New York. The banners going up, rings getting passed out, and all that good stuff. And I think it's a good thing for the Sixers to see that, to feel that, especially a guy like LeBron who's done it. 4, 5 rings LeBron got 4 times. He's done it, and it should put a battery in the back of this team, because they made heck of moves, man. They made a lot of moves. Jaylen Brown picked up Jaylen Brown. They picked up LeBron. They picked up Anthony Simons. They just been picking up a lot of players, and Dean Wade. They got the new GM Bob Myers over there making things shake, and they put a lot into this season, because we've been trusting the process for years now. He helped Tyrese Maxey grow. I'm gonna give him credit for that, because I remember times he was telling Maxey shoot the ball, and Maxey, he don't hesitate at all no more. But LeBron James, the commissioner was waiting on Brown to make a decision, because he knew he wanted to put him on opening day. He could have went and played For who? Well, he could have went play for the Pelicans. He would have put him game one. He know that. He ain't like, come on now, bro. So the Knicks, who didn't really, they didn't make that many moves in the offseason. They're pretty much coming back as the team that they were last year. Just re-signed a couple of guys. They did lose Big Mitch to the Celtics, which I thought was a big loss because without him, they would not be champions right now. But Cat is a guy that can fill that void if he just had to play. He got to play big. That's all. But then to end the night off, they did disrespected the Cavaliers because Cavaliers did make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. But hey, I guess that LeBron ain't signed there, so the Sixers took y'all spot. That's kind of crazy that LeBron James, 40-something years old, is still making this much headway in the NBA. That shows how great he is and just how elite he is, just as a player on the court and also off the court as well. Then we have probably the best game of the night because a lot of people felt like this was the best series in the playoffs. That's OKC Thunder playing against the Spurs. We get a repeat of the Western Conference Finals. Hopefully, the Thunder can come in there fully healthy. And we want to see, because last year we saw a lot of inefficiencies from the Spurs. We saw things like Wemby needs to get a bag. We saw that Stephon Castle still has some turnover tendencies, and he has to work on his jumper a little bit. Same with Dylan, the coach as well. His rotations at time wasn't that great. Keldon Johnson shrunk once we got to the finals, like he was nowhere to be found. So this team has some making up to do, even though they did make it to the finals. I can see this game. I can see them coming out strong. And then you got the Thunder, man. J-Dub should be back. AJ Mitchell should be back. And I'm pretty sure they smell blood. They're trying to get back. We know this is just a regular season game, but I feel like all three of these games, people are trying to set the tone. The Celtics versus the Pistons. Jayson Tatum has to set a tone on how the season is going to be. 76ers versus the Knicks. 76ers, they have a new everything almost. Not everything, but two big additions. So they have to set the tone as a team to let people know that they are one of the top contenders in the East. Not just on paper, but what we about to put out on the floor as well. Then the Thunder versus the Spurs, man. Doesn't get no better than that. You have the MVP, the reigning MVP going against the reigning chosen one, I must say. Everyone is pushing Wemby to the front. Well, he's going to be front and center this game. Is Chet going to come back with some aggression? Is he going to go back at Wemby? There's a lot of things that I can't wait to see from this game. But I do think that the league did a good job with opening day. That 3 o'clock game is a little weird. However, it does make it feel like there's basketball on all day that day. So that's a plus. I might have to take off. Like, I ain't going to take off. But it's at 3 o'clock. I should be able to catch that game for sure. And, yeah, man. What a way to kick off the season. We got 3 games that I think a lot of people want to see. I'm not sure a lot of people want to see the Pistons. No disrespect to the Pistons fans. But, I'm a huge Cade fan. I definitely want to see that. So it's going to be a good opening day. Let me know who y'all got winning. I could do an early pick 'em. This early. This is play around. I'm going Celtics, Knicks, Thunder. Yeah. Celtics, Knicks, Thunder. Only team that's going to defend their home is the Knicks, in my opinion. But it's early. We still got moves to be made, and guys still got to, make it through camp. We hope everybody's healthy. But, yeah, opening day should be a movie for sure. Speaking